You don't know where the landmines are.
No, I don't, but also I don't either.
Yeah. I feel like Lady Diana in the white hazmat suit, tiptoeing through your world. One never knows. I could say anything. And the landmine could blow up in my face. Or I could get across the whole field with nothing happening. What a fun lottery game to play.
What? Okay. That's what I have to do all day long. It's exhausting. And then when the anxiety subsides, it only subsides because it's taken over with rage. So it's either anxiety or rage.
I don't know which one.
I think it's anxiety.
Really?
Well, because rage is just very, as I've learned, socially unacceptable. Everybody, welcome to 40ish. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishcon. This is the podcast tackling 40-something life, diving into everything related to midlife, the news, your stories, your dilemmas, and our own little rants and meltdowns and challenges and navigating this beautiful decade.
You're very sprightly.
Oh, so sprightly. From the mundane to the ridiculous, we figure out how to survive midlife together, one rant and crisis and meltdown at a time.
And don't forget that you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts for early access and ad-free listening across this show and Self-Care Club. And you can watch the video every week on Spotify and YouTube. And you can listen on any other podcast platform. I don't really know why we got that bit in there, because I just feel like whatever platform they're listening on,
that's their platform.
Why do they need to listen somewhere else?
They don't need to. They can. They have the availability to do so.
They can also listen on Substack now.
Oh, yeah. Quazzers, are you on Substack? Have you read our Substacks? Are you enjoying Substack? Do you stack? Also, can someone help me out with how to get visibility on notes? Because, wow, what is that?
Our Substack is called the Midlife Club.
Yeah, it is.
So come and find us.
Yeah, it's free. It's free to read it. Come and enjoy.
And if you've got something to share, big or small, we want to hear it. So please email us, hello@40ish.co.uk. We want you to be part of the conversation. And if you're loving 40ish, we'd be so grateful if you could share this episode or the show with someone who you think would love it too.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been quite hot recently.
Oh, I had noticed.
You
yeah.
have?
Yeah,
you have noticed. And I am still, let me just make this clear for the record, I am still doing my Pilates, not once, but twice a week. Very impressed with myself, actually. I think it's the only exercise I've ever stuck to in my entire life.
Great.
Anyway, it was really much too hot for leggings.
No. You can't wear leggings.
Well, I have been because I don't have anything else to wear. Now, I can say this because by the time this show airs, it's going to be over with. But someone I know is having a party tomorrow night. And as a surprise, there's 8 of us going, 8 women going to this little get-together for her. And as a surprise, we are all dressing up as her. Because she has a very distinct style that always includes leopard print leggings, and bright orange lipstick. That is like her trademark look. So all 8 of us have bought these leopard cycling shorts on Amazon that we're all going to wear as a surprise.
How cute.
Combined with bright orange lipstick. Yeah. She doesn't know. And she doesn't even know the evening's happening. She just thinks she's going to her friend's house. But we're all going to be there dressed up as her.
Right. I'm trying to think who the friend is, but I can't. Go on.
Anyway, we ordered these cycling shorts on Amazon. They were £8. They are disgusting. And I decided I'm not going to save them for the fancy dress. I'm actually going to wear them to Pilates. I'm just going to wear them because I'm 48 and I don't really care. I just don't really care. So I wore them to class. And do you know what? There were 6 women in the class that morning. Every single one of them was also in cycling shorts. I felt so in. I've never owned a pair of cycling shorts in my life. Or maybe when I was 9, I had a pair. But I've never, ever, ever owned a pair until now. And they're fancy dress ones.
I hate cycling shorts.
And I wore
They're not
them.
actually fancy dress ones. You've bought them for fancy dress.
But I mean, you would not wear these things seriously. I mean, they're pretty gross.
I've actually got leopard print cycling shorts.
They're not a nice leopard print. They're not like a subtle one. They're not like...
Okay.
Right? They're like really birds of a feather.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're really Pat Butcher.
I hate cycling shorts. I hate them.
Well, we had this discussion on the other 2 weeks ago.
But it wasn't specific about cycling shorts.
Right.
I hate them.
The look, the wear, the feel, the what?
I look disgusting in them.
Utterly. You don't.
I do. I look utterly
But
disgusting.
that's just the same as a legging with the
No,
legs
it
cut off.
isn't. Yeah, well, that's exactly what it is, but it doesn't land the same way.
Okay. I kind of did the class thinking, I know I'm wearing the most Pat Butcher cycling shorts one could ever find, but none of you know that they're only for fancy dress on Amazon, and also you're all wearing cycling shorts, so no one's judging. And I also thought, I just kind of don't care. If I was 25, maybe even 35, I might have had a little bit of self-consciousness about the fact that they all had like nice plain grey ones with a seam up the butt, or like whatever it is that cycling shorts do these days. These did nothing flattering for anybody.
Cycling shorts, doesn't matter what cycling shorts you buy, they don't do anything flattering ever, 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 ever.
Some of the women in the class had ones with like, you could see like a panel, like a thing. They like held up your butt. They had like a tummy
Underneath
thing.
the bum cheek.
Yeah, like
but leggings do that.
Yeah, but you know, that you could see they were quality cycling shorts, whereas mine were like literally polyester, the most revolting sweaty.
Weren't they sweaty?
So sweaty.
Like-
I can't even tell you. So sweaty.
They sound great.
You could almost wring them out afterwards.
Lovely.
They were,
that was
they were
lovely.
gr-
But
they were
also,
gross.
that heat wave
Yeah.
was... I just didn't cope in that heat wave. I just couldn't cope in that heat at all.
You just have to slow down. My husband kept saying, it's too much. It's too much to do anything. I'm like, you have to just eat. You have to just breathe into it. You just have to slow life down and just accept
You wanted to
cannot
sit
get
in
a
the
lot
heat.
done.
I
did.
wanted to sit in the aircon.
I actually did. You had a little nap one afternoon and I went and sat outside in the garden.
You did. I don't know how you sat in that. It was like 35 degree heat.
Because I'm like a lizard. I like absorb that sunshine. I love it.
Even that heat?
Well, I think I was one of the few people who was not moaning about the heat. But you can't do your normal things. You just have to accept it's very hot. I will slow down.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, it's true. But also, like, I never know what I want to eat. Like, it really just ruined me.
Yeah. And the children, they were very, very funny yesterday. They were like, Mum, what are you doing? I was drinking a glass of water. And Max said to his girlfriend, she was like, what are you talking about? She's having a glass of water. Max said, I don't think you understand. Probably in my lifetime of 22 years, I've seen Mum drink a glass of water about 10 times. It's like, this is a big deal. When Mum drinks a glass of water, you know it's
hot.
Yeah.
Wasn't that hot yesterday?
She was laughing. She was like, you're joking. He was
Wasn't
like,
that
no.
hot? Yesterday wasn't actually, it had cooled down yesterday.
Yeah, but I drank a glass of water. He thought this was a big deal. Anyway, what's your 40-ish moment?
Well, until I get my hormones settled
Yeah.
out, I'm still not okay.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
You might have
Tread carefully.
or just be nice to me.
Yellow triangle.
It's a yellow triangle.
Like warning.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like caution.
Yeah.
Caution.
Just be nice. Just be nice.
Does that help?
Being nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I might find it annoying.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like you don't know where the landmines are.
No, I don't. But also, I don't either.
Yeah. I feel like Lady Diana in the white hazmat suit, tiptoeing through your world. One never knows. I could say anything. And the landmine could blow up in my face. Or I could get across the whole field with nothing happening. What a fun lottery game to play.
Is that why on the walk to the studio today you were like, listen, I'm not around that much this week?
I was around more than you. You were like, I'm not around. Okay. Do you know what? Fine. Okay,
I
good.
didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that. Did I say it like that?
Everything is said like that at the moment, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
I understand. It's okay. I'm not taking it personally.
No, please don't.
No,
And
I'm not.
At least I'm aware of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of self-awareness. That's good.
Yeah, well, that helps a little
Yeah,
bit,
it
doesn't it?
does.
Because when
Yeah.
you are really hormonal, there's no self-awareness.
Oh, no, zero.
No, zero.
Absolutely zero.
So I have to also tread very carefully.
Yeah.
The landmines are very different and look very different and feel very different. But I also have to tread carefully and say, you know, maybe you're a bit hormonal, but you don't get like irritated.
No.
You get more
Vacant.
yeah, you disappear.
Yeah. I'm just gone
Yeah.
somewhere else.
So basically,
Yeah.
my meltdown is that
Yeah.
until I get my hormones, until they settle out, I feel like a baby
Right.
who needs like feeding, burping, nap. Feeding, burping, nap. Like I need to be on this very tight rotation of all the things that are good for me. Like
Who is burping you?
eating. I don't need to be burped. It was an analogy.
Okay. Because, you know, breastfed babies, they don't really need burping.
I'm also not being breastfed.
I think in this scenario you should be. This is what's happening in Midlife Views this week. The headline is why 40-something women are driving the UK's 42% divorce rate. Recent demographic data reveals a staggering reality. 42% of all marriages in the UK now end in divorce. But behind the raw data lies a profound demographic shift. The surge is increasingly driven by women in their 40s and 50s, entirely disillusioned by the suffocating weight of unequal parenting. The modern marital crisis is no longer defined strictly by infidelity or financial ruin, because they always say that there's only two problems in marriage. It's either money or sex. Instead, the breaking point is often an invisible grinding exhaustion known as the mental load.
Wow.
The relentless cognitive labour of managing a household, anticipating children's needs, scheduling and emotional regulation. Many millennial and Gen X couples entered marriage under the explicit assumption of equality. The modern husband champions his progressive values, proudly declaring his willingness to help out, in inverted commas, with the children. But family therapists note that this very phrase, helping out, exposes the fundamental rot at the core of the dynamic.
Yes.
Research by sociologists indicates that while fathers have increased their physical participation in childcare, the school-run weekend outings, the mother remains the undisputed project manager. She is the one who remembers the paediatrician appointments, tracks clothing sizes, plans the meals, and carries the perpetual anxiety of the family's well-being. It's the emotional load of the well-being of the whole family, isn't it, that the women are carrying?
Of course it is.
It's like gauging the temperature of each child, what's happening with them, how they're feeling,
and knowing
what's going on with them.
Immediately what's up.
Yeah.
They walk in a room
And you know.
and you just know.
Yeah.
And then Adam always asks me, oh, have you spoken to the girls? Are they okay? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you've seen them, haven't you? He's like, well, yeah. But he needs...
But he's not reading them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs my take on it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I have to translate
Yeah.
a little what's going on with them, even though they're men. For women navigating demanding professional careers, returning home to assume the role of household CEO leads to severe burnout. The resentment ferments silently for years before manifesting as an irreversible desire for liberation. This was magnified during lockdown as the boundaries between office and home disintegrated. The volume of labour required to sustain a family became impossible to ignore. Women were juggling Zoom meetings and simultaneously managing remote schooling and domestic logistics while their male partners retreated to insulated home offices. This period of intense domestic confinement functioned as a mass awakening. Psychotherapists across London report an unprecedented influx of female clients seeking exit strategies. The realization was stark. If the burden of managing the family rests entirely on their shoulders anyway, the physical presence of an adult male partner who functions more as an additional dependent than an equal contributor is a luxury they can no longer afford.
What was this in, this article?
It was, I can't remember actually. I found it online. I don't know what it was in.
Well, I mean, that's very interesting.
But I get it. I understand it.
I get all of it.
Yeah. You know what I find so interesting? Next door to me, my neighbours are about 10, maybe over between 10 and 15 years younger than we are. And they've also got 3 kids. And and they're obviously in the garden a lot because it's very warm. And more often than not, he's outside playing with them. And then I always hear him say, hang on, girls. I've just got to go and turn the oven on. And when I hear it, like my heart soars. I'm like, this is wonderful. He's outside playing with the girls. He's the one turning the oven on. He's the one multitasking. Like, I love to hear that. It's so
refreshing.
It gives me hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Listen, men are obviously a lot more hands-on. Like, my husband is a lot more hands-on than my dad was because the times have moved on. And I would imagine that my kids' husbands will be more hands-on than Adam was. And each generation, it will progress further and further until, I mean, will it ever be finally equal? I don't know.
Can't really be because they're never going to give birth and breastfeed and do that bit. And I don't know. I don't think it's ever going to be. And maybe it shouldn't be entirely equal because maybe we do things.
Well, don't you think opportunities should be equal?
They are, but you still have to.
They're not.
They're never going to change.
They're
No,
not.
because it's never going to change that the men are never going to carry them, birth them and breastfeed them. That's never going to happen. There has to be a period where women have to be able to have time out to do that.
Yes, but it shouldn't impact their career growth.
It shouldn't.
They should be able to take those 9 months off and then come back into the workplace and pick up where they left off. If they have an equal footing with the father of the child so that they can work at the same capacity as the man.
Should we go to our dilemma?
Yeah.
Just before we dive into your dilemmas, a quick disclaimer. We're not doctors or healthcare professionals. If there is an issue you are seriously struggling with, please contact a qualified expert.
Hi, Lauren and Nicole. Please tell me if this would upset you or not. Last week, I had an accident. I slipped in my garden on the patio and ended up in A&E for 7 hours. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I had to have stitches in my hand and I also had a concussion. It took me a few days to recover as I was in pain and had a fright. My husband was around for the kids and to sort stuff out, although I told a few friends about it because I had to cancel plans with them. Only one friend checked in on me every day. I feel really disappointed and it's made me worry if the people around me are really selfish or if I'm overreacting and it wasn't such a big deal. The whole experience has made me feel a bit lonely and vulnerable. Part of me wants to message these close friends/family and say that I'm disappointed they didn't even bother to send me a text to see how I was managing, but I know that's really not the done thing. Oh my God. Would you mention it or leave it?
Personally, I would 100% leave it because I don't. I would feel so awkward having that conversation. And how do you say that without being very accusatory? Even if you put it in the eye, you're still telling someone that they're a shitty person and you're disappointed.
Well, you're not saying they're a shitty person. You're saying, I mean, it can be received that way, but it's not really what you're saying. What you're saying is, I'm upset and I feel a little bit let down by you. That's not you're a shitty person.
But the only response to that message, let's say I sent you that message, the only response you can say is, I'm sorry, I should have checked up on you. Or
Yeah.
But then I feel like you're kind of eliciting an apology because you forced it out of them. But it doesn't mean that they're going to do better next time. Or does it? I don't know.
I think it's more than acceptable to say, I feel upset that you weren't around for me. And it was really tough and I had a really big fright and I really needed a bit more support. I think that is perfectly acceptable. Would I want to have that conversation? No. Nobody wants to have that conversation.
No.
But is it appropriate to have it? Yes.
Depends who it's with.
Yeah. And also that stuff, it also depends who's hearing it and how it's being received.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested that she says it's made me feel lonely and vulnerable because I'm reading into that I think there's an underlying feeling of that maybe anyway, and this has kind of highlighted it. I don't think she's been feeling amazing before this happened, and I think this has happened and now it's kind of put it into the light.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
It's probably a moment for her to have a look at the balance of the relationships.
Yeah.
And if it's working in her favour. And if it isn't, perhaps she needs to have a few more boundaries around not overstretching or overdoing for others.
Yeah. Because a lot of weird stuff goes on in friendships in midlife. It changes. People come and then they go, and people who you think were around then aren't around, and it's a kind of weird reassessment in a lot of ways.
I mean, there is a conversation that I could have with somebody who's upset me a number of times, and I have chosen not to have it.
Why?
If it felt right in a moment where I felt we were connecting and I could sort of say, look, I felt really upset about this. Can we talk about it? Then I'm open to that. But I don't feel comfortable enough to phone her up and say, this really upset me.
Yeah. Because it's a deal to do that.
But it's not just one thing, it's a few things. So that's kind of now been the nature of the relationship. And I've sort of taken stock and I've looked at it and I've thought, okay, that's how you're rolling in that. And that's not for me to say whether that's right or wrong. It doesn't massively work for me. Therefore, I'm going to just take half a step back and not put myself out so much for you, to the point where they asked me to do them a favour and I said no.
Oh, okay.
And I
did you justify the no, or did you just say no?
I totally justified it.
Okay.
I felt really guilty. I felt really uncomfortable not doing it. And I'm really pleased I said no. And I'm really pleased I worked through it.
And how did they take the no?
They didn't really hear the no.
Okay.
I had to really force it.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think that was more of a lesson for me to really stand in it. You know, because people will respond how they respond. You are not in any control of that. Like, you know, what we learned when we did boundaries over at Self Care Club, and we continue to do them, because it's not just a one thing that you learn and you're done. It's not like driving a car. You have to continually teach yourself to do it. No one can overstep your boundary apart from you. Nobody.
Yeah.
And the only reason that someone oversteps your boundaries is because you've allowed them to.
Yeah.
And that is probably what's happening here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that she probably has had a bit of a fright, and it's kind of brought things out into the light that perhaps weren't there before.
But I do find it interesting, like those moments of, and you probably have this too, because you and I generally are not needy people. Like, we have a good fundamental setup in our household, so we have the support that is needed at all times. So it's very rare that I need
external help.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when I do, I just notice. I notice what's around me, good and bad. Would you say that was fair?
Yeah, I would say that's fair, but I also don't really like to ask for it either, even though I would happily give it. But we'd also did a show on that, right?
I don't like asking for it either. It's so uncomfortable. But also, like, if I had just had a fall and been in A&E for 7 hours and had to have, did she say she had to have an operation on her hand?
Stitches in her hand. A concussion.
Like, I would like to think the closest people to me would check in and say, how are you doing?
Yeah, me too.
And I would feel disappointed if they didn't, especially because I give a lot to the people that I love.
I think I would be quite upset if I didn't even just get a message.
Imagine
like
me not
flowers.
messaging you.
I, honest to God, I would think that something had happened to you. Like, I would never think, oh, she just doesn't care and that's why she hasn't messaged me. I would be like, something's happened and she can't message me. I would never think like you don't care and you don't want to.
A few years ago, it was 2 years ago. I mean, we laugh about it now. One of my best friends, it was her birthday and I completely forgot. Didn't phone her, didn't nothing. And at about 10 p.m, she sent me a message saying, are you okay? And I wrote back saying, yeah, I'm fine. Why? And she goes, because it's my birthday and I haven't heard from you. And it wasn't in an accusatory way. It was like, I'm actually worried because you're like the first person on the phone. Anyway, she laughs because I got her an extra nice present because I felt so guilty. I got her like her sweaty Betty, whatever. So she was delighted. And now, obviously, every year, like, I phoned her at 7 a.m. I'm like, I need to be the first person to say happy birthday. You know, I won't forget again. But so it's knowing the people at their heart. Like, you would know if I hadn't messaged you that something was going on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's tricky. It's a tricky one. I think maybe don't mention it to everyone you're annoyed with, but mention it to the people who you're really upset with.
Or maybe it doesn't have to be an immediate thing. Like, can't you have that? You have it in your back pocket and have the conversation when it feels right and safe and appropriate. Don't have to have these. And sometimes I think these conversations land so much better when you're in a good place rather than
in a bad place. Yeah.
Rather than when you're upset with them and then it just comes across as scratchy. But if you're like having a really lovely night out and you're really having fun and you can say, look, I don't want to change the mood, but can I just get this off my chest? I think it lands differently.
Totally. Yeah. Are you superstitious? I actually don't know this about you after all these years.
Am I superstitious? I'm not really superstitious. I mean, I do believe in like a higher power of some sort, whether it's God or not. So I don't believe like, something like if I break a mirror, I'm going to have 7 years of bad sex or whatever it is. If you break a mirror, 7 years of bad luck. Like, that's nonsense.
But would you put like new shoes on a table?
No, but that's gross.
No, like in a box.
Yeah.
Okay. I will not.
Why?
Because I'm really superstitious.
But what do you think is going to happen? A curse?
It doesn't matter. I'm just really
No, but I'm asking you, like, let's unpick that. Are you going to be really cursed?
I just wouldn't risk it.
Wouldn't risk it.
No.
Like how, let's just look at that factually.
The point of superstition is there is no fact. But I am...
But it doesn't make any sense.
No, of course it doesn't. But then neither does like faith and God and everything else. But people still do it in a blind faith way. Like there is no one coming to strike you down with a lightning rod. But, you know, people still abide by the rules of religion because of their faith. Superstition is just that without God.
I feel like whatever you're about to tell us is a lot lighter than what you've just said.
It is. No, look,
because we could go into a rabbit hole now about religion.
There's no rabbit hole. All it is, you know when Bieber wouldn't get in the car?
Yeah.
Because she's got a whole thing and she's like a whole madam and weird about getting in the car.
Yeah, but can we talk about that?
We can, but can I just tell you this first? Then you can talk about it to your heart's content.
Okay.
She crosses her paws over her lead and refuses to do it. And then she jumps up.
So cute.
And then she's like, scratch me. So I look sadly like I have a self-harming problem because I have scratches all down my inner arms from her. But what happened was she broke my evil eye bracelet, my really nice one. But I mean, not broken like I could take it and get it like completely gone. Both sides gone, snapped, finished, bin. I'm devastated because I really liked it. It was actually quite new. And now I feel like very superstitious about it. Very upset about it.
You've got this all wrong.
Really?
Yeah. Because your thing was always, if something like, say you lose one of your evil eye rings or an earring falls off or something like that, you have said the words to me like, oh, I obviously don't need it right now. Yeah.
It's like lost its power.
Yeah.
It's gone.
You don't need it anymore.
But this was not the same. This was not like you look down and it's gone. This was like she broke it in a neurotic tantrum, and that just doesn't feel the same.
I feel like you're placing a lot of nonsense on that.
Yeah, because I am weirdly superstitious about weird things. Like I can't see a magpie without saying "Good morning, Mr. Magpie" 5 times, and I also do the salute because I like to double bag it. Do you do that?
Double bag it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
I don't mean that. I mean that's not the word.
Double bag it. That is so
not
the right. Yeah.
What do I mean? That is what I mean. Double bag it. That is what I mean. You know what? When you're in perimenopause, you don't have to worry about being pregnant anymore. So that's an irrelevant phrase in my life now.
What?
Double bagging. But anyway.
Have you ever?
No.
Exactly.
It doesn't work. Anyway, you shouldn't do that. If you are still fertile, by the way.
I'm not. No. I don't have a uterus, so I'm definitely not.
Do you do that with magpies?
No, I don't. I'm not superstitious.
Okay.
I don't do that.
Well, anyway, that's my meltdown.
Although I don't like seeing what are the birds?
Magpies!
One for sorrow, 2 for joy.
Fucking magpies. Or is it crows?
Who cares? Who cares?
And I always count them as well. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy.
Wait.
But I'm not having any girls or boys anymore. I've got boys, that's it.
It's a nonsense poem that somebody made up.
It's all a nonsense, but I can't. It's so entrenched in me, so deeply within me.
But then you're going to, that's law of attraction shit. So if you're feeling fearful about it, then you're going to create something negative in your space. Like, stop that.
I don't think that if I count 3 crows, I'm going to have a baby girl. That is highly unlikely.
You're now disproving your own superstition. I don't understand. I'm
saying
feeling very confused in this conversation.
What I'm saying is,
are you for it? Are you not for it?
It's
are you
nonsense.
with it? Are you not for it? Don't confuse me. I'm a very hormonal woman.
I know it's nonsense, but I can't stop.
Confuse me.
Is it okay that she broke my bracelet?
In a straight line today. What do you mean, is it okay?
Is everything
what are we going to do?
be
Give her a
okay?
detention? Yes.
Is that okay?
Everything's going to be fine.
Okay. Do I need to replace the bracelet?
No.
Yes.
No. Yes.
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 But I can't remember the brand. That's
yes,
the
you need to
problem.
replace the bracelet.
Okay. Okay.
But you don't need any more evil eyes. Just like I don't need any more sunglasses.
So many evil eyes. For protection. Because of superstition.
But of what? What are we protecting you against? The Wicked Witch of the East? Like, what are we...
Who knows? Isn't it the West? Who's the Wicked Witch of the East? Is she real? Do I have to worry about her as well?
Neither of them are real.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's true. Neither of them are real.
Mm.
That's my meltdown. That is the meltdown. I know it's okay, but it doesn't feel okay. But is it okay? But I don't know. That's the quandary. Do you see?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Right.
Oh, I do. That's how I feel generally. Is it
Okay.
okay? It's not really okay. I don't feel okay, but I know it's okay. And I've had this constant conversation with myself. This is how it goes. Oh, you've woken up feeling immensely anxious. Oh, that's nice. Okay, you're just going to get up. You're going to get out of bed. No, you're not going to be sick with anxiety. You just feel like you're going to be sick with anxiety. Don't put any thoughts on it because it's actually not real. It's just a physical feeling. You are okay. You are okay as I'm walking to clean my teeth. You are okay. That's what I have to do all day long. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. And then when the anxiety subsides, it only subsides because it's taken over with rage.
Wow.
So it's either anxiety or rage.
I don't know which I would prefer.
I think it's anxiety.
Really?
Well, because rage is just very, as I've learned, socially unacceptable.
and also exhausting. It's tiring to be rageful.
It's all exhausting because I have to keep talking myself down from the fucking ledge because it's so physical. Like I've got it now. It's like this panicky thing. And then what happens is you feel really panicky. I feel really panicky in my throat all the time. Like, can't breathe. And then I have to attach thoughts to it. I don't have to. I'm choosing to attach thoughts to it. Like, okay, what am I panicking about? So then I'm like searching my brain, thinking of things to feel panicky about.
You can feel panicky about the leak in my laundry room if you like.
I don't want to.
I feel slightly
I
panicky
feel
about
panicky
that.
about like the cleanliness of my house.
Oh, do
Or I
you?
feel panicky about like so much weird shit that is very fixable.
Okay.
But like, it's utterly exhausting.
Very tiring.
I'm so tired.
It's like you need a nap.
Hence why I said to you that I need to go exercise, eat, sleep. Exercise, eat, sleep. Because most of my day is taken up talking myself down from not feeling anxious or rageful. So then I just am in this weird space of feeling anxious and rageful, but just giving myself a constant pep talk.
I do feel like I want to push you around the park in a buggy and give you an ice cream.
You see what I mean now?
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, you see what I mean now?
Yeah.
So I feel like a baby who needs to be looked after.
Put in
like
routine.
Look, I am in a routine.
Yeah.
Just think if I wasn't.
No, let's not.
I've done 3 hours of exercise a day. This is the edge taken off.
Okay. Also, that's quite exhausting.
I do that every day.
Okay. I wouldn't be able to come to work if I'd done 3 hours of exercise. I would just be back to bed.
They're not all the same.
Doesn't matter.
It's an hour of paddle, an hour of weights, and then an hour's walk.
Actually, Zach said to me yesterday, saw your mate in the gym yesterday. I was like, uh-huh. He said...
He means me.
He means you, yes.
He gave me such a big hug. He was so cute.
He said she was lifting quite heavy. I said, was she?
No, I wasn't.
He said you were.
I wasn't.
He said he was with his mate. His mate said, who's that? And Zach said, that's my mum's mate. And he said, she lifts heavy. And he was like, yeah.
Well, actually, what you can tell Zach and Zach's mate,
Yeah.
I mean, you might not want to tell them this, but what is actually happening in the gym, as well as feeling anxious and rageful and then just in between having to attach thoughts to the anxiety and the rage, is that I have to do a lot of pelvic floors.
Oh, right.
Right.
I won't be telling Zach and Zach's mate that. Because they're 20 and they don't need to know.
Also, so I'm not back to my fighting weight, obviously, because I've got to do pelvic floors at the same time that I'm fucking lifting.
Yeah.
So I have to keep things quite light.
They were impressed.
Oh, well, that's very sweet. But
And one of them's a PT. And one of them's a semi-professional athlete.
Yeah.
So they were impressed.
Thanks.
That's what I'm saying.
Thanks. But I had also, please tell them, I had played 3.5 hours of paddle. I'd also had a meltdown on the paddle court.
Yeah.
And then I came up to the gym.
I will be sure to relay that
And
information.
I was doing my pelvic floors. So just make sure they...
I won't. I mean... You don't really want Zach to know about your pelvic floor. Do you know what I mean?
One of my best friends kept asking me the other day about the live show. And she's like, well, what's it about? And I said, what do you mean, what's it about? She said, what's the topic? I'm like, well, you've obviously never listened to the show.
No.
Yes, I have. I said, you haven't.
No.
Because it's only about one thing. We talk about one thing,
Yeah.
which is middle age.
Yeah.
That's it. Being a menopausal, perimenopausal woman. That is all we talk about. That's the topic.
Yeah.
That's the topic forevermore.
Hence the title of the show.
Yeah.
It does what it says on the tin.
Sort of.
Pretty much. Want to hear the listener meltdown this week?
Yeah.
Hi, Lauren. Hi, Nicole. My rant is that my mother-in-law, my mill, is completely obsessed with my body and makes endless passive-aggressive comments every time I see her. I am honestly at the end of my tether. I had a baby late in life. I am 40. He is 11 months old. And ever since he was born, my mother-in-law has decided that my postpartum weight is now a topic for public discussion.
That's terrible.
It is always wrapped up as concern or compliments, like, you've got such a pretty face. Maybe once the baby's sleeping through, you'll have more time for yourself. Or my personal favourite, breastfeeding usually makes the weight fall off. She'll say these things with a smile and then look at me expectantly. Yes, I have still got weight to lose. I know that because I own mirrors and clothes. But I'm not sitting around crying about it. The woman hasn't exactly maintained the figure that she had in 1987, yet my body is open for commentary. I am so tempted the next time she says you'll lose the baby weight eventually to reply, and you'll learn some manners eventually.
Oh.
Yes, you are very much entitled to that rant.
Yes. And also, can't you just say in a polite way, please, could you stop making comments about my weight? It's making me feel really uncomfortable. And also, it doesn't bother me that much. It bothers you more. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Maybe let me have the conversation today.
Yeah, just give Nicole your mother-in-law's phone number and she will deal with that shit for you. And I promise you, it will never happen again. Never. Never. Right, that's it.
That's it.
Time for your nap or food?
No more
Where
exercise.
are we?
I'm quite tired.
No more. No more today.
Food.
Food. Okay, good. Let's do that.
Food.